Hey, reporters, welcome back to my channel. Some very devastating, I almost said sad, but I think it's harsher than that. I think it's devastating. News is coming out about Lily Collins. She was minding her own business, trying to go to a spa in West Hollywood. And as usual, when you go to a spa, you get a locker, right? Sometimes they give you a wristband, sometimes they give you a coat. You go, you put your belongings in, you come out in your bathing suit, in your robe, and then you just, you start enjoying the facilities, right? So in Lily Collins's case, she went in the spa and she locked up her jewelry, including necklaces, rings. And when I'm talking about rings, I'm not talking about decoratory rings or anything like that. I'm talking about her engagement ring and her wedding ring. So again, these were put into a locker. And normally when you put something into a locker, you assume that it is going to be safe. It is going to stay closed. But unfortunately, when she came back from her relaxation to regather her clothes, she found out that all of her stuff was gone. Her clothes, her jewelry, everything was gone. And so obviously the police were called. And something that's really weird about this is that the LA County Sheriff's deputies, according to TMZ, are reporting no sign of forced entry in the place where she stored her belongings in the locker. How bizarre is that, you guys? The only kind of thing that I can think of is that either somebody who works there, if it's like code or like wristband enabled or something, went in and overturned it in order to get the items. Or what I think is more likely, she thought she closed it, but it wasn't properly closed. Sometimes that happens. That's why anytime I close a door or anything, I tug it just to make sure. But I think that maybe in this case, she didn't. Or someone from the inside decided to go ahead and steal her items, her jewelry, her engagement ring, her wedding ring, everything. So, of course, the theft is classified as over $10,000, which, again, is obvious, right? Because we're talking about Lily Collins's engagement and wedding rings as well. This is fine jewelry. She's not the first LA celebrity to be burglarized this year. Obviously, there's been Drake. There's been a bunch of other people as well who had their homes broken into and whatnot. But this is different. This is a woman going to the spa to enjoy her time and then finding out when she goes back to her locker to recuperate her affairs that they are no longer there. I am so sad for her. Listen, I don't know much about Lily Collins, but I do know that as a Parisian, I love Emily in Paris. Okay. I love her on the show and everything. And so like by virtue of that, like I am absolutely, devastated for her that this happened. I've never seen something like this happen at a spa, and I could never imagine this happening to anybody, right? Like this really is truly heartbreaking and devastating. Like robbers are so gross to me. Like it's just so violating. Like you have things, everything that you have has some kind of like a memory attached to it or a sentimental value attached to it. And for some loser pig to just come in and steal that from you, something that you or someone who loves you worked hard for you to have. It's just so disgusting to me. I truly, truly hate these kinds of people, like truly bottom of the barrel, gutter butt, like people, like thieves. I just cannot stand them. It's so disgusting. Like, ugh, and this is going to be really controversial, even though I don't think it should be. I think that those countries where they chop off burglars' arms, I think that those kinds of laws are, a lot more useful than we give them credit for, because in those countries, you don't have these kinds of problems because people are afraid of losing their arms. So they leave you and your possessions alone, right? My God. Anyway, that's the news. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully we are... not we, like I know the girl, but hopefully they'll be able to recuperate Lily's jewelry and her items and everything. Like this has to really, be devastating because again, we're talking about her engagement ring, her wedding ring. This stuff really is very sentimental. Of course, they've got insurance and whatnot, but there's nothing like having the original. So I do hope that they are able to find her possessions. Guys, what do you think about this story? Please let me know in the chat. And as usual, we'll get to talking. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.